All right, guys, welcome back to Foxhound Finance, where we analyze market trends, financial reports, market news, and we hunt down potential investing opportunities in the stock market using technical analysis. Guys, please like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss an update from me. I want to put you in the most tactical position that I can for these kinds of trades. That is my mission. So please go ahead and do that. And lastly, this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. So please always do your own research before making any kind of investment decision. All right, that aside, we're talking today about ticker symbol Rivian, RIVN. I've put up 2 videos on Rivian and the potential that I see using the technicals and also the financial report. We did go over both of those in those videos. And today, guys, I'm going to go over those things with you. But first, I did put a position together for Rivian this week. I put $500, full disclosure, nothing crazy, but I want to start building my position now where I'm seeing the chart at, and also with the potential after the report came out, the earnings report. And I'll go over that with you guys as well. So that's full disclosure for me. You don't have to copy me. Again, it's not financial advice. You don't got to go put $500 in. I'm just letting you know that I'm not bullshitting you, that I'm putting a position in this, and wherever it goes, better or worse, I'm in it. And it's not somebody just telling you or covering a stock and they're not even in the stock. I'm actually in here with a position built that's small, and I will continue to build upon it. I feel very confident in it as long as that we are in these ranges right here, especially. And I do think we're going to start moving up. I want to keep cycling my money in, right? And I know it's at 1297, so technically with my 1330 position average, I'm in the negative already on my position by 30 cents or something. I really don't care. I wanted to just get in this right now from what I was seeing on the setup. And without further ado, let's get into the fractal repeat sequence that I'm seeing. If you guys look at my chart, even to a degree back here, right, you see these patterns playing out, right? And so my take is, I think we're repeating this sequence right here, although on a bigger scale. Similar to my video in AMC, I showed you guys with my 2 boxes how these patterns continuously repeat, especially after you hit a bottom point and then reverse, right, and start to stair step backwards almost, right? Like kind of going backwards in this way, where you're working your way up to those levels, okay? So what do I see? Drop down here, drop down here. You find a bottom, find a bottom. Okay, we talked about the higher lows forming. 1, 2, 3. And we look like we're ready to start pushing up. So drop down to the bottom, you come back up, little sideways action, back up, down, rip. Come down, here's your bottom, right? Come up, sideways action, you come up, down, and then you're about to rip, right? You're about to be in this part right here, I believe. Yeah, you're coming down, and then you're going to get that push back up. That's my take on sort of the repeating sequence here. We're looking for this move, okay? And when we get that move, we may be seeing a whole new range built, right? Like that move, I think, would take us somewhere in like the $21, $22 range from where we are now. So that's huge. You know, it's like a $10 gain or whatever. And then we build that new range out and we start to stair step our way up, right? There's going to be dips and valleys that form. Yes, we understand that. But from a whole macro standpoint on this chart, I'm okay with that. You're going to get moves similar to like this in the reverse sense, right? You're going to have huge moves up and you're going to have like a somewhat of a subtle crash right down. And then look at this, right? If you were to see this move happen, right, it can definitely incite some panic in people when it comes to like looking at the charts. But like for me, I know that this move is coming. So for me, I'm not worried. I'm not panicked. Okay. And that's on the weekly real quick. Let's get back to it. So I showed you guys the fractal sequence. Let's look at the EMAs. They're beautiful. They're in a great position. They are clustered up together, and I want to see that, right? I talked to you guys about this with AMC about when these EMA bands are separated like this, that is weakness. You're not going to get these crossovers. Look at how tight or how spaced out they are, right? You want to get to a point when these bands like this start to form together, right? You see how they're clustering up. Even right here, you had that drop, and this was probably, I want to say probably maybe they had that negative 30% quarter or something like that, whatever, to justify the price action. But nonetheless, these bands still recovered pretty quickly, and they're all in sync at this point, right? So let's look at that. Very clustered up together here. You're seeing all of them pretty much acting as resistance and support at the same time. So for me, this is a very good position, I think, to be in. I don't think you're going to see drastic moves down. Only thing that you're going to see like that is if the broader market comes down, and sort of like that'll be the reason to justify it. But even if you come down here, again, I saw the low here of $8, and then I'm looking at the low, the next low here at 948, and then boom, you can see right here it has not come down to this low, right? You saw the candle reversed up, so we came down to what, 1250 actually, and bounced up, right? The candle closed above this. So if it does in fact touch this, then I'm fine with a double bottom and then repeating off this. But I think honestly, you're going to start to reverse. That's just my take based on the fractal sequence repeating. So I don't know if you'll touch this low again. If anything, I think, maybe this will be your new higher low, right? And they're starting to get very close together. The higher lows are starting to get very tight together. Like that's nothing right here. Whereas here, right, you got a bigger gap, right? About a dollar gap, right? Right between these two. And even here, right? A bigger gap formed here. So if that's the case and we start stair stepping up, I'm loving it. I want to see that. That is your EMA, your MACD. Let's really quickly go over this. I don't want to take too much time with this video. But right here, as this sequence played out, look at your MACD. Okay? Playing out this pattern. Right here. Here's our new sequence, right? Crash down, crash down. You bounce up, only to come back down, only to come back down. You reverse this way, you reverse this way, right here, and you're building this, right? Only on a grander scale, right? And we're looking for this push up. So we're looking for this next push on the MACD signals, the lines, right? And your MACD is already green over here, okay? So that's what I'm looking here is sort of even on the MACD repeating this sort of sequence here with the signal lines is that now we're looking to go push up, okay, into this next move. So be ready for that. That's just something I noticed too when I was looking at the indicators. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like repeating as well. So that's what I have for your technicals right here. And the next thing I wanted to talk about, we talked about the higher lows and the earnings report. Okay. So let's look at that. This is what I was waiting on. And I told you guys before that when you went to the financial statements on the annual basis, we were going to get a number in here. Okay. We were going to get a number in here on the development of this company and their financials, right? 2023, we said they went from negative 6.7 billion, negative 6.75 billion. Let me be correct here, down to negative 5.43. Okay. And now from 2023 down to 2024, you are at negative 4.75 billion. They're dropping $1 billion, off almost every year here. And again, remember we talked about auto industry, and you're coming in with debt already because it's a new company, and that's to be expected. It's not a surprise, okay? So what I like about this is the total revenue increasing. Okay, 21, we already talked about this, right? IPOing and then the COVID and blah, blah, blah. 0.6, 1.66, 4.43, 4.97 billion, okay? New high for the company in revenue, almost $5 billion in revenue generated in 2024, up 12%, showing continual progression. That I love to see, okay? Operating income, even that. Look at this, trimming the fat, right? We're trimming the fat here, okay? Let's look at the quarterly. Boom. We go to the quarterly net income. Look at what we said. Negative 1.52, negative 1.45, negative 1.46, stagnation. Then you drop down to negative 1.1 billion, and then boom, here you go. This is huge. You go down to a negative 0.74 billion. So negative $740 million, a 51% increase. Okay. That is huge. This right here, I saw this number and I go, yeah, I think this is ready. You're going to start turning this number around in the positive. And when you do that, I think that could happen in 2025, right? And if not, you're going to be right on the line. So if anything, I think this is a great opportunity for myself to get in early and start racking up a position before this thing goes positive, okay? Total revenue, boom. Here we go, 1.3, 1.2, 1.1, 0.87. I said that looked ugly, and people may have panicked. They may have gone, oh man, this company's done for. I'm not investing in this. And then look at this Q4 and the quarterly for 2024. Next quarter, $1.73 billion, a 31%, almost 32% increase, okay, for the Q4. That is awesome. That is a all-time high in total revenue earned for Rivian, okay? That's major. Even if they don't repeat this in the next quarter, The fact that you're trimming, like I said, the fat and you're coming down into this positive, right? You're nearing the positive earnings potentially. That's big. Same thing here. Again, operating income expenses, right? You're close to leaving the negative. 2024 Q4 right here, negative 0.74 billion, up 53%. That's what you want to see if you're going to actually invest or take a risk in a company, a growth stock like this, right? So that is my perspective on Rivian, guys. I love it. And like I said, I am in a position right now, $500, something small. You don't have to repeat exactly what I do and follow every action. That's just where I'm at. That's what I'm willing to risk. And I will continue to, like I said, cyclically inject money into this stock as I see fit, especially if I can get a nice dip buying opportunity. If I do ever get a chance to come down to the $8, $9 range, I will definitely take advantage of it from my perspective. So you guys, I hope that was helpful today. I hope that you guys are able to position yourselves and that your trading is going very well. I will keep you guys up to date on any changes, any news, anything that comes out regarding Rivian. I appreciate you guys checking out the channel, stopping by, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.